So I finally got a guitar in that you haven't seen before, and this is, let's see if I can get you in the sound hole, a Stenton, not to be confused with Stretton Payne, which you have seen before on this channel. So I'll give you a quick look at this. There's the headstock, Stenton. And it is an Electro-Acoustic. Quick look at the back. Quite a nice guitar. So it sounds quite sweet. It's quite nice, and I literally just got this out the box, and the only thing that I've done to this is oil the fretboard, which was very, very, very dry. Other than that, surprisingly, I don't have to do loads of setup on this as I do with most cheap guitars. So this was a guitar I got stupid cheap, and I mean well under £100 online. Only one of them going, and they crop up every now and again. It's one of those sort of like OEM produced guitars. Get this. And normally, you know the routine. I've done literally thousands of videos. Sharp fret ends, usually needs a neck adjustment, action adjustment, truss rod adjustment, sometimes tuner adjustments, and even more serious adjustments than that. This one, nice fret ends, no sharp frets at all, no fret sprout whatsoever. Frets are nice and even. Action's good out the box. Strings are horrible, but that's par for the course on these budget guitars. Anyway, it's got Perloid bridge pins and a Perloid sound hole around the sound hole there. Looks to be rosewood fretboard and bridge. Spruce top, not solid, it's laminate. At least it looks laminate from here. Yeah, I think it's laminate. And what looks to be a mahogany back and sides, black binding, very small mother of pearl inlays, bog standard tuners, and there's the very squared off headstock. So that's the good thing about this. Very cheap. I'd never heard of this brand before, so I was expecting all kinds of horror show with the setup. No issues at all, just dry. The negatives came in a small shaped box with no padding and no gig bag, and you know what I'm like with that. I don't understand why you would sell a guitar like this and not put it in a gig bag to post it to someone. So I got a cheap gig bag for it. And the only other negative is this here, this preamp, and there's the jack here on the side with the 9-volt. Works fine. The preamp and the pickup work just fine, sound pretty decent. The only thing is there's no light on the tuner, so the tuner function doesn't work, but the pickup does. So that's a bit annoying, but the price I paid for this, I'm not really going to quibble. So this is a Stenton guitar, model number CD60CE. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Idlewild guitars I used to get in the States from Monoprice. Maybe the cheaper spruce top one. This reminds me of a lot. It has a shallow bridge neck there, foot. See how shallow that is there? Very sort of ergonomic design. Nice cutaway. It sounds pretty good out the box. And if I were to buy this for £100 and pull it out the box and tune it up and it plays as good as this, I'd be a happy customer. You know, a lot of us guys online doing these channels, we can't stress this enough. A lot of times we buy these cheap budget guitars, and the only reason we can make them work is because we have rudimentary setup skills. And a lot of you who are watching have that as well. But your average buyer, someone's buying this as a first guitar for their kid, they're going to be put off by sharp fret ends, by warped neck, by having to do a truss rod adjustment. Those types of things are not fun to deal with if you're a novice when it comes to guitars. So this is quite pleasing. It is a dreadnought cutaway design. The spruce grain is a little bit uneven as you get to the edges, so it's probably not, you know, A-grade spruce, and it is laminate, but it sounds pretty decent. It really does sound decent, and the fretwork is really not bad at all. I've had guitars that I've paid $200 for that don't come out this nice out of the box. So that's a pretty good surprise. Again, this is a Stenton. Don't know anything about the brand. I've seen them sort of floating around the UK sites. I'm not sure if you can get these in America or if it's a part of a larger group like Gear for Music. I don't think it's one of the Gear for Music brands, but it could be, you know, sort of like In With Backs or someone like that. I've only ever seen it on eBay and Amazon UK, but occasionally they blow them out cheaply, and I thought I'd grab one. And I'm not sure if it's something we're going to see a lot of, or if it's just going to be ones and twos cropping up online. But if you're looking for a good spruce top cutaway electric acoustic guitar, this is probably one of the better ones I've got in this price range. Let's say under 150. And there's not a whole lot of electric acoustics you can touch under 100 either. And I don't think that's the regular price of this. I wouldn't be surprised if this were like $179, $199 normal new price. I just happened to get some sort of B stock blowout thing on this, probably because of that preamp issue. But yeah, even for 150, 175, it's a pretty decent guitar. And I didn't have to do any work other than oil the fretboard. So there you go. A new brand for us, a Stenton. A Stenton CD60, same sort of model number as the Fenders, isn't it? No relation, I don't think. And the preamp is an HEQ 4PM. It's got the controls, the readout, the master volume, a phase as well, which works fine. And there's the plug in there with the 9-volt battery off to the side, not on the end like some of them are. But pretty decent guitar. All right, folks. See you on the next one.